Okay, so imagine this. You need a pretty serious operation, maybe a heart bypass, maybe a hip replacement.
Right. Standard stuff, but, expensive and sometimes involves a long wait.
Exactly. Now, what if you could get really world-class care? We're talking internationally certified hospitals, great tech,
Uh,
but for just like a tiny fraction of what you'd pay back home and almost no waiting.
yeah, that's the surprising picture painted by this YouTube analysis we're looking at today. It's a huge trend.
It really is. And that's our mission here, right? To kind of unpack the facts from this source, figure out why India is becoming this major, major hub for medical travelers.
What's really pulling people in? What are the drivers?
And the thing that just hits you immediately from the source is the cost. It's kind of mind-blowing.
Oh, absolutely. The video uses heart bypass surgery as a key example.
Yeah, it says, in the US, Russia, Canada, you could be looking at, what, $25,000, maybe even up to $100,000.
That's right. That's the range it gives. But then contrast that with India.
It's stark, isn't it? The source says the same procedure in India might only cost between like 3 and 8,000 US dollars.
3 to 8,000.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not just cheaper. That's a completely different scale of cost. It makes you realize how healthcare pricing works so differently.
Totally. And it's not just heart surgery, is it? The video makes that clear.
No. It mentions other common things, knee replacements, hip replacements, even cornea surgery.
Way in the cost there.
The source says maybe only 1/10, like 10%, of what you'd pay in some other developed countries. Think about what that means for someone trying to afford care.
Yeah, it could be the difference between getting the surgery or not. So, okay, cost is obviously a massive, massive draw.
It's huge. But the source is careful. It says that's not the only reason. Speed is another critical factor.
Ah, right. The waiting times, or rather, the lack of long waiting times in India compared to other places, according to the video.
Exactly. It touches on something really interesting about healthcare access globally.
Like what?
Well, the source mentions surveys showing that just getting an appointment with a doctor, not even surgery, can mean waiting over 20 days in some countries.
20 days just for an appointment. If you're hurting, that's a long time.
It really is. And the implication from the video is that India offers a much quicker pathway for both appointments and the actual procedures.
Okay, so we've got dramatically lower costs, check. Much shorter waiting times, check. But what about the quality? People worry about that, right?
Understandably. But the source actually addresses this directly. It emphasizes the quality aspect.
How so?
It points out that many hospitals in India have international certifications, JCI accreditation, things like that. Plus, they're equipped with really modern, top-level technology.
So the message from the source is you're not necessarily trading quality for cost and speed.
That seems to be the argument, yes. Patients can find accredited, well-equipped facilities they can trust.
Right. So you put those three things together, the cost, the speed, the quality, and suddenly the scale of this trend starts to make a lot more sense.
And the scale, as described in the source, is pretty immense.
What are the numbers?
The video estimates around 2 million international patients travel to India for treatment every year.
2 million. Wow. From where?
From about 78 different countries, apparently. It's a global phenomenon drawing people to India.
That's incredible. And the source even pinpoints specific cities, doesn't it?
It does. Chennai gets a special mention called the healthcare capital. The video says it sees something like 150 international patients daily.
Every single day. That's amazing.
And it's not just Chennai. Delhi, Mumbai, Ahmedabad are also listed as popular destinations.
Any specific examples of growth?
Yeah, the video cites Max Healthcare in Delhi, reporting a 25% year-on-year increase in international patients. So it's not just big, it's still growing fast.
Okay, so summing up what this source tells us, you've got these incredible cost savings, much faster access to care, and internationally recognized quality standards in many places.
Exactly. Those seem to be the core drivers highlighted.
It really makes you pause and think, doesn't it, when you consider all those factors together?
It definitely does. If you connect those dots, the affordability, the speed, the quality that the source outlined, you have to wonder.
What does this all mean?
Yeah, what could this trend, this boom in medical tourism to India, signify for the future of healthcare? Globally, I mean.
Like, how might it impact access and cost for everyone everywhere who needs good medical care without breaking the bank?
Precisely. It's a fascinating question with potentially really wide-ranging implications for how we all think about healthcare down the road. Something to definitely